In 1907, there was the first ever blood transplant.
In 1912, the first aluminum prosthetic leg is introduced.
In 1921, Edward Mellenby discovers vitamin D.
In 1922, insulin is first used to treat diabetes.
In 1923, the first vaccine for diphtheria is used.
In 1926, the first vaccine for tuberculosis is used.
In 1927, the first vaccine for tetanus is used.
In 1935, the first vaccine for the yellow fever is used.
Also in 1935, Dr. John H. Gibbon Jr. used a heart-lung machine for the first time and is successful for heart surgery.
In 1937, the first vaccine for typhus is used.
Also, in 1937, Bernard Fantis starts the first ever blood bank. He uses a 2% solution of sodium citrate to preserve blood. His solution makes blood last 10 years.
In 1945, the first vaccine for influenza is used.
In 1950, prosthetic designers stopped using leather and wood and started to use more modern items.
In 1952, Paul Soule makes the first ever pacemaker.
In 1954, Dr. John E. Murray does the first kidney transplant between identical twins.
In 1955, Jonas Salk makes the experimental vaccine for polio.
In 1962, the first oral polio vaccine is made.
In 1964, the first vaccine for the measles is used.
In 1967, the first vaccine for mumps is used.
Also in 1967, Dr. Christian Barner performed the first ever human heart transplant.
In 1970, the first vaccine for rubella is used.
In 1974, the first vaccine for the chickenpox is used.
In 1977, the first vaccine for pneumonia is used.
In 1978, the first vaccine for meningitis is used.
In 1981, the first vaccine for hepatitis B is used.
In 1982, Dr. William Devers implants the artificial heart Jarvik 7 into Bradley Clark. He only lives 112 days.
In 1983, HIV is identified.
In 1992, the first vaccine for hepatitis A is used.
In 1996, Dolly the sheep becomes the first mammal cloned. She then later dies in 2003.
In 1998, the first vaccine for Lyme disease is used.
In 2000, the first draft of the human genome is announced. The final version is released 3 years later.
In 2007, humans discovered how to use the human skin cells to create embryonic stem cells.
In 2014, the experimental vaccine for Ebola goes into effect.